Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Director of Football Sabotage with Livorno. So in today's episode we are going to play through the January transfer window, but before we get into that we have the Champions League first knockout round draw. So as you can see we are a seeded team as we finished top of our group. We can face Bilbao, Monaco, Lyon, FC Porto, Liverpool or Benfica. So 6 teams we can face. Let's click on automatic draw and let's see how the draw falls. Who's going to be first out? It's going to be Liverpool. We could face Liverpool and we are going to face Liverpool. There we are. There's the quickest draw you will ever see. So Liverpool, I really would have liked to avoided English competition. They of course got Vlad from us. And there's their left back. I mean, look at him. He's absolutely unbelievable. I can't believe in the first knockout round, out of all them teams, we are going to face top of the league, Liverpool, with Vlad in their defence. That is very unlucky. So the January transfer window is about to start, but I've come back a little bit early because this news item has come into my inbox and it has left me very scared. Ponce, Real Madrid, 78 million. That will be a terrible deal. He's worth 56. He's got 15 goals in 18 games in Serie A and 5-5 in the Champions League. He's just won the Under-21 Footballer of the Year. And, of course, he's just won the European Golden Boy. So this would be very bad. Very bad if Ponce was to leave. He won't entertain a new contract. He doesn't believe we have the quality of player to be able to match his stature. But we'll see. So, the January transfer window, as hoped, we will quickly review the fixtures since the last time we met. We'll just fly through them. Partizan was the last game. We beat Benevento 2-0. We beat Torino 5-1. We beat Cagliari 5-2. Spezia 2-0. And Inter Milan 3-0 in the Italian Cup quarter-final. Things are going extremely well. We are on a run of a stupid amount of wins. We haven't conceded many goals in that time either. Our team has really started to form and really clicked recently, so long may it continue. But talking about the January transfer window, we do have a Super Cup final against Roma in the middle of it, which we will live com. This is usually done in the summer. I don't know if this is now changed and it's always in January, but it's the first time we're involved in the competition, so I will live comment. As January transfer window as it goes, we're not actually seeking to sign anybody unless we end up losing people, which looks incredibly likely. The first of which will be leaving is Perica Ivanovic. He did request a transfer. He is transfer listed. Somebody has came in now. Who is it? Herthas came in, £30.25 million. Little bits in here and there of extras and stuff. Percentage of profit and things like that. But he was a good player, 1.9 million. I probably ruined him trying to convert him to right back. But he is now leaving the club and good luck to him. In terms of what else is happening, Bayern have now threw the hat in the ring in terms of saying they're going to bid for Ponce, but nobody has just yet, but we've only just started the January transfer window, so let's continue on and see how it goes. And here we go. Here's the start of the absolute crap from our Director of Football. He's just accepted an £18.5 million offer for Alexander Madsen, our first choice right wing back, and he's just accepted it outright. He's got 3 years left on his deal. He's played 16 games in Serie A. He's worth, what was that, 14.75 million. And he's accepted 18.5 out of nowhere straight away. That's such a poor bit of business. But it's PSG. He's going to accept that offer. So as it turns out, we're looking for a right wing back. Our season is going to fall apart. Valencia have now thrown the hat in the ring for Madsen. A £16.75 million offer. Why he's accepted that one? We've already had a bigger bid. A could vice a 20.5. I guess I get it. But that's just stupid. And Red Bull Leipzig have come in for Mats van der Ende, and he won't discuss a new contract. It's £47.5 million. That's such a low fee for a player of his quality, and it's not one we're going to... You're seeing how I struggled to replace Vlad. I'm not going to be able to replace Mats van der Ende as well in the 12 months. The players don't develop that quickly on this game. So Alexander Madsen and Mats van der Ende, 2 first choice, first 11 players, were 1 day in to the January transfer window, and then DeMarco was out for 3 to 4 months as well, just to make things even better. And this is a little bit of a strange one. One of our youth players Ivan Crisafulli, who's came through the youth academy, Juventus have made a £9 million offer which could potentially rise to £17.75 million. They came in and my director of football's accepted it. You know, this is the kind of guy who could have made it in our first team squad quite comfortably, but it looks highly likely like he's going to Juventus. What's happening? Why is everyone suddenly coming in for me players now? Every January transfer window, I worry about my main players getting bought and sold and things like that. But now it's all happening at once. And if Pon scores, I'm resigning. Not really, but I might. Well, he's the first incoming. Joe Suarez, a centre back, a youngster coming in at the end of his contract. I might even have to end up trying to buy him now just to get him in the squad, and maybe he might have to play. Hopefully not. But look at that. Ponce is a world-class player now. He's world-class. And he's ours. For how long? We'll see. So we're back. And Alexander Madsen has decided to join PSG. So there's our first choice right back. Out of the building. Squad are unhappy with the situation. What are you unhappy with? The fact that my director of football accepted something. Yes, I'm looking to delve into the transfer market now. Shut your mouth. I have made an offer for a right back, by the way. I think he's better than Madsen, maybe a little bit. Well, he's Italian. Let's just put it that way. So even if he's not as good as Madsen, he qualifies for registration. And Ivanovic, despite being transfer listed by request, has rejected Hertha. Just as I've made him an offer for a different right wing back. I'm going through with it. I really am. I'm sending Solossi home as well. He's not spreading the flu around our squad. But Ivanovic leaving was one of the main reasons why I wanted to sign somebody else. But now the fact that he's not leaving is really annoying me. And there we go. Our best centre half goes walking out the door. Mats van der Ende completes his transfer to Red Bull Leipzig. That is such a poor deal for us. 47 million is such a low offer for us to have accepted. That's absolutely ludicrous. I really wish that hadn't have happened. I'm going to show you the right back that I've went in for. It is Gianfranco Ventroni. He's listed by Man United right back. Obviously, train up and play right wing back. Physically very capable. Got the good crossing. Got the decent marking and tackling. Mental stats are okay. 26 caps for Italy as well. So we're getting somewhere. I think he's a really, really good signing and a good replacement for Alexander Madsen. We've also went in for Daniel Wahab from Lyon. He's just a backup left wing back with DeMarco being out for 4 months now. We're going to be relying very heavily on Vasilev. So getting in someone in as backup was really necessary. But now we've got the problem where I've got, let's say £65 million to spend on a centre half, and I need to find one. So much is happening right now in the January transfer window. I was going to live com the Super Cup, but I'm just not going to. I'm just going to play the game. I'll show you the result. So we've just finished playing Roma, and we somehow managed to scrape through with a 2-1 win after extra time. Zach gave us the lead on 64 minutes after coming on from the bench. They equalised in the 85th, and it took to the 121st minute, but then Dimitar Vasilev got the final goal of the game, and we win the Italian Super Cup. Hooray! Well. Someone's planning on taking us over. We'll see how that goes. So we've just played Roma again, this time in the league, and we've drew for the first time in a very, very long time. Dimitar Vasilev equalised after Jorge Fernandez gave Roma the lead. But I've got a feeling this is a sign of things to come. We've lost so many first-team players. We haven't replaced them yet. I can't find a centre-half. Nobody is willing to talk to me. I think I'm going to have to dip into the loan market just to see out the rest of this season and reevaluate in the summer. This January transfer window has been a disaster. So, we're on transfer deadline day, and this youngster who Juventus bid for, the attacking midfielder, actually rejected the contract to go to Juventus, and he's now gone out on loan. So he's staying at the club. You might see him maybe next season in the first team squad. Just depends how the squad sort of forms. But I'm really pleased to actually keep a hold of him. I thought he would definitely join Juventus, but we can confirm Gianfranco Ventroni, the new right back, is joining us. £70,000 a week, £21.5 million bid. He will be directly replacing Alexander Madsen. The left back that we went in for has rejected the loan offer. I think that was mainly because we said he would be a backup. I'm going to go back to the drawing board and maybe try and get another loan offer in. We are in the morning of the transfer deadline day, so we really need to start making moves. And this is going to be the centre-back who's going to join the club and will probably be our first choice alongside Zango. It will be Konstantinos Mavropanos from Manchester City. He starts at Arsenal, I think, in the game, and he looks like he's developed really nicely. He's a really well-rounded centre-back. 30 years old is a little bit unusual for our squad, so getting a bit of experience in there. He looks fantastic, let's be honest. He really does look well-rounded as a centre-back. We could have signed him for 10 million, but I don't want to sign a 30-year-old centre-back. I really want to sign someone who's got a long-term future at the club. So, but he is going to join us, and he's probably going to be our first choice for the rest of the season. So this will probably be our final signing of the January transfer window. He's just some random left back who's going to be playing backup until DeMarco comes back into fitness in 3 to 4 months' time. It's not a great signing by any means, but he's coming in on a relatively cheap loan deal, which will see us through the rest of the season. That's probably going to bring the Italian transfer window to a close. It obviously shuts in mid-January in Italy. That doesn't mean we are out of the woods just yet in terms of players leaving. We have seen, like Milenkovic last season, had an offer very, very late on. I think it might even been right at the very end of January from Germany, so that could happen again. As we've just seen there, Johan Dreyan has requested to transfer. He's getting loan offers in, but nothing else, and my director of football is rejecting them all, so that's okay. But how's this January transfer window gone? I would say it's been a little bit of a disaster, really. I was a bit unprepared to lose, particularly Mats van der Ende. There was just no centre-backs available for permanent transfer who I actually want. There was one guy from Juventus who I thought, he's not getting game time, he looks absolutely fantastic, he's got the potential to grow as well. But they wanted £130 million, so that wasn't to be. But Mavropanos, I think, is a decent centre-back. My assistant actually doesn't really rate him. I think he's rated him as a 2.5 star, but I don't believe that. You'll definitely see him in our first 11 alongside Zango. But yeah, it's been a bit of a disaster, but we have raked in the money again. We've got £66 million still to spend. We'll review the outings. Mats van der Ende, 47.5 million, it's just so low. Alexander Madsen for 18.5 is another really low offer that our director of football is accepting. But hopefully we might be able to keep a hold of the likes of Ponce, who I thought might. But look at all these players wanted. Mamarella's wanted, Petarada, Johan Dreyan, Ivanovic, who probably should have left the club for 13 million. Belangiuoli, Salerno, Plazzari still wanted. Hopefully Ponce is not wanted anymore. Yeah, he's still wanted as well. But we've managed to hold on to Ponce for now, and hopefully we can get through the rest of this January transfer period for the rest of the teams and be able to keep a hold of him, because if he leaves outside of a transfer window for us, it would be goodbye to our season, honestly. Well, let's bring this disaster to an end. If you have enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like, and if you are enjoying my content, get yourself subscribed. But until next time, take it easy.